Why be easy when you can just die? I'm Chewy Mew, and welcome to my channel, but more specifically, welcome to another Chewy Mew video. Right today, we're going to be taking a look. That guy is the Rocket Blast Spider-Man. So, I got this guy at a yard sale when I was a kid. Quite a lot of crazy wear and tear to it that I caused. Alright, 2005, ToyBiz Worldwide 2005. The other one says just made in China. My first Spider-Man figure ever. I got him hung up here, hanging upside down there. Yeah, I used that guy as my main Spider-Man figure and stuff, and I used this guy basically as like a spider clone, as like Ben Reilly in a way. Uneducated comic book self. As a kid, I used my neighbor's Wi-Fi playing on my DSi, which, by the way, the DSi and the Wii had internet browsers. Figured out about Ben Reilly, which was a spider clone. And so my friend and I, like I've said before, when we would play together, most times I would play as Spider-Man. He had a 5-inch scale Spider-Man 3 figure, and that's what he would use as his Peter Parker Spider-Man. And sometimes he would play as Peter Parker Spider-Man, and then I would play as, like, the villain. I hate playing as the villain. I like being Spider-Man. So I made up this guy, and I called him Jason Parker. Which I know that's not a thing in the comic books, but I just made that up, and then I kind of just created it as like a character and part of my kid Spider-Man playing thing. And this guy, I think it looks pretty sick. It doesn't look anything like the Spider-Man Unlimited cartoon, but it kind of reminds me of that for no reason. It kind of just, I don't know, it kind of does. You can see that big spider logo he's got on the front there. Kind of like some darkish blue shading going on his chest here. You can see it's like all this like musculature along with these webs here. It looks really, really cool, the amount of, like, detail this guy has. Like, a lot of ToyBiz ones has a lot of detail. But this one just looks really, really cool. Very nice. And so the one I had as a kid, it got destroyed from playing with it and stuff. I don't know what happened to it. Eventually it just got destroyed, so I bought this guy on eBay. And when you make a fist, it looks a little bit kind of... Oops. Come on. It looks a little bit kind of strange when you make a fist with this hand. Because it kind of just, like, you can make a fist with it, but it looks like his fingers are kind of stuck together, which, I don't know why, but it's probably, like, maybe some reused hands from, an aquatic Spider-Man figure. This guy came with, like, a jetpack thing that maybe had water. You clip it to his waist, then it would, like, shoot water out of it or something. So ToyBiz is really big into, like, I guess, like, summer water kind of toys. You can see some more design on it. I like how this doesn't look too much like a regular Spider-Man costume. It looks very much, you know, different. I think that looks pretty sick there. You can see some wrinkles on the butt. I like that ToyBiz did that. They actually put attention to detail, putting wrinkles there. Like, I think they also did a little bit with, like, McFarlane there on the butt, too. I always felt like this should be, like, kind of red. Like this should be part of the boot color. But it's not. It even has, like, a seam right there where you would think it would be... Where you would think like, that's where the red boot would start on it, but it doesn't. You can see some red paint coming off there. I don't know if this was originally red or if I'm just going crazy. Maybe it's not. I like how, like, tiny this head is. It looks very tiny. Like, kind of like circular eyes. A little bit of paint chip on that one. Very big, crazy, like, disproportionate spider logo on it. It's kind of like a hoodie kind of like circle thing around here. Whatever this is called, like a collar kind of thing. Like kind of like a pop-up jacket. The butterfly joints on this guy are pretty cool. They don't move too much. Oops, guy fell over. They don't move too much. But, actually, they kind of do. They go back a lot more than they go forward. They don't go forward too much, but they're pretty good looking, you know? This is kind of reversed from regular Spider-Man. Like, if we take McFarlane here again, we show McFarlane's arm right there. You can see McFarlane has blue with red going down the middle, whereas this guy has red on the sides and blue going down the middle, which I think that's kind of cool how it's, like, kind of like the opposite of regular Spider-Man costume. And that's also why I used it not as Peter Parker Spider-Man. I used it as basically Ben Reilly. Because I thought it just looked like, this looks like it doesn't belong to Peter Parker. You know, like a Spider-Man 2099 costume doesn't look like it belongs to Peter Parker. It looks like someone else's kind of costume, which, you know, it is. Very good detail on it. The paint is good. The, like, sculpting on the webbing. Also, he has, like, these things that look kind of like spider legs on the side. It's, like, very different, you know. I don't know if this is based off of a comic book costume. Let's be honest. Spider-Man has had so many comic books that he's probably had a costume for everything. You know, he probably has a costume that looks like a pizza. Let's be honest. But yeah, so let's take a look at this guy's articulation. The head looks up all the way. Actually, if you move it too much, you can kind of see how the neck here moves as well. Can look up all the way. Can look down pretty much all the way. Can rotate all the way around. He doesn't have an ab crunch or anything there, but that's kind of fine. He has a butterfly jump, which works kind of good. The arms don't go up all the way, which I don't know why some of these figures don't. Rotate all the way around is you can move here in the upper arm. Double bend in the elbow, rotation here in his wrist, and a hinge in the wrist too. You can make a fist. It almost closes all the way. It's very good movement though. Like, it doesn't look like it can do that, but it can go down pretty much all the way into a fist. Rotation here in the waist. The legs stick up pretty good. They go back, actually. Most ToyBiz ones don't go back, but that kind of does. He can almost do the splits. Not really, but he can almost do the splits. Rotation here in the upper thigh. Double bend, or single bend in the knee, actually. Nothing in the boot. And the foot goes forward and back pretty good. It looks like he has like an ankle pivot. Actually, never mind, he does. He does have an ankle pivot. I don't think I actually as a kid, I don't think I ever noticed he even had an ankle pivot. But yeah, so this guy looks pretty cool. The costume, my favorite thing of this guy is the costume. The articulation is good, just a little bit lacking with the costume. Looks pretty sick. The design on this guy is great. Paint, you know, everything you come to expect with ToyBiz. A very stylized spider and very like I don't know, that's kind of spider logo makes me think of the what's it called, the Spider-Man Unlimited spider logo. The costume looks nothing the same, but the spider kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, so that's me out for this video. You know, if you liked it, be sure to let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Wow.